Boys and girls, we are wrapping up 2024. The Game Awards let us down. They let the industry down. Some cool things got some recognition, but Helldivers 2, if nothing else, a bunch of teams could learn so much from it. From design, from the way you put out a battle pass and make it not feel like one, the ongoing story, the way that they've released the content. We just got this new Illuminate faction, which, if you paid attention to things, is from the first game. The narrative that's going on. It doesn't have to be a sci-fi game. I just feel like, especially on the Sony side of things, with as much money as they just lost with Concord, they could take this formula and put it into so many different genres, and I think it would be a great time. So we're going to break that down. Now, on the Sony side of things, they have a lot of dormant franchises. They've been making a lot of weird decisions. They've been canceling multiplayers that we've been asking them for, giving us things we don't want, losing more money than they've ever lost. I actually am glad that that happened to them, to be honest. That being said, though, give us SOCOM back. I know Zipper Interactive probably isn't even close to being a studio anymore. That doesn't matter. Find it, figure out the stuff, use the money for things we want. SOCOM, take the formula from Helldivers. You have your squad, you have your base of operations and all that. Maybe even just keep it in one country if you want to keep things simpler, and then expand it like planets, right? But then you have an overarching villain or, high value target that you're going after, and you're going through these operations against different factions and stuff like that. Just what you could do with this system down to the planning phase, and your stratagems could be different aerial stuff you could have, like from surveillance down to like sometimes you straight up need airstrikes. I just think just something like that it could just be amazing. It really, really could. And then, as far as any of the less realistic side of games, you could take all the guns out of Helldivers, take away the bugs and the robots and all that. Make it a melee, magic-based game. Put it in different realms, different people, different factions. It's just a good recipe. It's just like the Nemesis system. It got patented, so we don't see it in other games, but that should be in every game from Shadow of War or the Shadow of Mordor games. Would be great. And then speaking on Nemesis or Mr. X from the Resident Evil games even, I feel like what Helldivers did is on the same level as all of those type of things and those systems and mechanics. And go over to the battle passes. You could keep the skins and all of that kind of stuff to a realistic tone on the the military SOCOM type deal or tactical shooter side, and then you have a plethora of weapons you can keep on bringing, different vehicles, this, that, and the other, depending on the scale. That's just a way to keep money coming in. It feels right. It feels like people should really catch on to it, and I'm hoping that they will. The fact that it is a Sony product, second party even, does make it that it's less likely that we'll get something like that'll be even close to the realistic side of things. But just dreaming, and every time I play Helldivers I just think oh, what could this be? But that being said, I think that it really deserves way more recognition. It did get some wins here and there, and it's one of the most talked about games from last year, if nothing else. To be clear, I'm mainly talking about the onboarding process, the squad aspect, the way you acquire weapons, and the call-ins. Not necessarily the moment-to-moment gameplay. You can slow that way down. Maybe not even have vehicles, make it be, bite-sized building missions, maybe, but then, when you're in base, like we were supposed to get for the old Rainbow Six games, have that planning phase, like the classic ones. tell everybody where they're gonna go. Maybe even have multiple squads working on similar things to feed into that narrative. There's just a really not a whole lot of games have copied this, and we're in the age of everyone copying each other and putting their spin on it. I want this to be copied. I think that's really what it comes down to. I think it is a no-brainer for a lot of different studios. And as far as bringing things back for co-op, SOCOM fits the bill perfectly. I've been having that game on my mind lately, because I'm pretty sure that Ubisoft is all but dead with Rainbow Six and all that, so we need something, people. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna let the rest of the video play out, taking on some Illuminate, Super Helldivers. Anyway, thoughts, humble opinions, troll, strategy. This has been the Game Thoughts. We do all kinds of stuff. Gaming related, been gaming for over 30 years. Channel, 5 years old now. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate you guys, really. We do shorts, we do long form. Check it all out. Later, y'all. Happy 2025. It's been a crazy year.
How'd you like to taste of freedom? Grenade! Feels good!
Mission at 30 minutes remaining. Firing orbital laser.
Out of ammo! Last reload!